I made $50,397 in my first 90 days with a business model that you've never heard of, and I did it while running at 95% profit margins. And since then, the business model has kind of blown up. It's now called a reinvented agency, and not to be a douche or anything, but I would like to consider myself as one of the main guys in this business space ever since it's blown up. And it's blown up for good reason. Realistically, on paper, it is one of the best online business models to start in 2024, no matter your age, no matter where you live, or if you have any previous business experience. And I recommend any young guy who's looking to make money online on the side, so while they're at school or while they're working a 9 to 5, I recommend starting a reinvented agency because it is the best business model, both logically, financially, and time-wise, to start in 2024, just like I did. When I started out, I was literally 15, 16, lost at school, depressed. I didn't know what to do, and I was searching Google the same way as you, the best make money online opportunities out there, and I tried out everything, right? I tried out drop shipping, I tried out the SMAs, I tried out the affiliate marketing, everything that you've probably heard of, I've tried out. I lost money in pretty much all of them until I came across this, and I was able to scale it up to $20,000 a month in less than 90 days, and I was 17 years old at the time. Now I'm at a point where I made $44,500 last month in February. I'm 18 years old. I pretty much don't have to worry about money anymore, and I'm at a point now where it's no longer about the money. It's just more a matter of me having fun and enjoying the game of business. But in this video, I don't want to go into all the specifics of a reinvented agency. I just want to give a brief overview of what it is to help you guys understand the business model as a whole and why I think it is the best way to make money online and how I think it can change your life, because it sure as hell changed mine. So let's start off with the main question. What actually is a reinvented agency? Now, a reinvented agency is very similar to SMA or social media marketing, right? We help a specific group of people make more money by marketing their services. So for me, that group of people or that avatar that I chose was online fitness coaches. Once you choose that group of people, you want to find the $1 million problem that they're struggling with, right? What is the problem holding them back from making $1 million? For me, online fitness coaches, even though they wanted more clients and they needed more clients, that wasn't $1 million problem. Clients is always the overarching problem. The real problem is that they couldn't book enough sales calls. So then that was my whole offer. I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls, and I did exactly that. I went away and I found a solution on how I could actually help online personal trainers get more sales calls, and the best solution I found was Instagram and Facebook ads. So I spent a couple of weeks learning how to do it. I worked for an agency. Even on YouTube nowadays, you can pretty much find where you can learn how to run ads, because I highly recommend you do that. I don't recommend you go down the SMA route where you're chasing clients month after month. They're paying you $1,000 a month, but they're churning, they're asking for refunds after every month because you sent their delivery or the actual results to some random guy in India or in Pakistan who you've never met, who can't actually deliver on his promises, and therefore this client is pissed at you and wants his money back. So with what we do with the Reinvented Agency, you actually directly get results for the client himself. That's why I launched the Academy, which is where I help young entrepreneurs start and scale a reinvented agency, where I actually show them step by step how to get results for their clients, and it's how I get fucking killer results, probably the best in the industry for online fitness coaches, because that is still my main thing. I run the Reinvented Agency where I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with sales calls. I run their ads. I have an appointment setter in their account, and they pay me $4,000 for 4 months. But back to the topic at hand, once you actually find this group of people, once you find their $1 million offer and you find a solution to it, you then want to draft a product market fit, right? Who do you actually help? How do you help them do? So look at one-liner. My one-liner was, I help online fitness coaches fill their calendar with qualified sales calls. And you help these people make more money, and in return, they pay you. But the big thing is, we want to be different from the SMA guys. So we don't want to make crazy guarantees. We don't want to charge any money up front, and we also don't want to, be sending cold DMs or cold emails by blending in with all these other sheep, all these other NPCs out there. So we want to be different. And that's exactly how I blew up. The first 3 guys I brought on board, I didn't charge them a single dollar. I worked with them for free for 7 days. I got them phenomenal results. And after the 7 days, they already have so much trust built with you because you've helped them make $2,000 in the 7 days, for example. So they don't have a problem with paying you $1 or $1.5K at the end of the 7 days for another month of your work, because they know that you can help them make more money. And that is pretty much what a reinvented agency is. We help online businesses that are providing a service make more money by marketing their services on social media. And it is pretty much easy. I would say it's easy. I wouldn't say it's easy, but I would say it's simple to get clients because we know what everyone else is doing, right? We know what every single person in the social media marketing agency space is doing, because there is literally 2 or 3 main gurus out there that are teaching their students the exact same thing. I don't want to name them now, but I've bought all their courses and I know exactly what they teach their students to do, because I was also doing those things, and that's why I didn't make a single dollar, because I was just blending in, doing the exact same as everyone else. And then finally, when I realized that being the same as everyone else is not going to get you anywhere, and I started doing the opposite, only then was I able to make an absurd amount of money. So question number 2 is, how do you actually find your avatar? And I get this question all the time. For me, I went after online fitness coaches because I started off with basketball coaches, but that was too small of a niche. So then I went after strength and conditioning, and I slowly moved into online fitness coaches. Now, with you choosing your avatar, it really comes down to what you want to do. There is no such thing as the best niche to go after or the most profitable avatar to go after. I know guys who are working with soccer coaches that make more money than guys who are working with real estate agents. And when you look at that on paper, you're like, how is that possible? Obviously, a guy working with real estate or with insurance agency is going to make more money, but that's just really not the case. When you're choosing your avatar, I would just recommend that you go after someone that you already know a little bit about. I was able to go after online fitness coaches because I already knew a little bit about the space. A couple of my friends that I knew in person were online fitness coaches themselves, so I could already resonate with these guys, and I somewhat knew what shoes they were in and where they wanted to be at. So the more experience or the more knowledge you have about an avatar, that's what I'd recommend you go after. But for me, the best avatars to go after is number 1, online fitness coaches. Number 2 is life coaches. Number 3 is home renovation. Number 4 is plumbers, and then number 5 is real estate agents. Those are the top 5. Online fitness coaches for me is my favorite because I've been going after them for 2.5, 3 years now, and I think it is the absolute best. And no matter how big, how many people start doing this, it can never get saturated because there are millions and millions of online fitness coaches out there. So that is how I recommend you find your avatar. And then moving on to question number 3 is, how do you actually find their $1 million problem? So you know the specific group of people that you want to work with, but the big question now is, how do you know what they're struggling with? And in order to find this, you want to start doing some research. And there's different ways to do it. My personal favorite is just joining a bunch of Facebook groups. So you can go on Facebook and in the search bar, search up online fitness coach or life coach or plumbers, and then filter to groups. And Facebook will give you dozens and dozens of Facebook groups with your ideal client inside there. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to join these groups and immediately start selling your service, being like, yo, I'm going to help you get more clients, DM me. All that's going to do is going to get you banned, right? The first admin that sees your post is going to get you fucking banned, so don't do that. Join the groups, but then slowly start making posts acting as if you're that person himself. So acting as if you're a fitness coach, acting as if you're a plumber. So you can make a post saying, yo, I'm a plumber starting out in New York. What is the biggest piece of advice you would give me? Or I'm an online fitness coach starting out. What app do you guys use to deliver your nutrition and workout plans? You can ask these open-ended questions, and then in the comment section, once people actually give you a response because they think you're a fellow coach, that's when you can start asking the in-depth questions of, hey, by the way, what exactly are you struggling with? Or how many clients do you have? Or how many clients do you want to be at? They say 25. I'm like, okay, so what do you think is holding you back from getting more clients? What is the big thing you're actually struggling with? And then that's when they start opening up, telling me that they need more leads, they need more sales calls, they need more exposure. And then I'm writing all this down, doing my market research to see what the $1 million problem actually is. When you do this for like a day or 2 and you collect the opinions of like 50 fitness coaches, there is always one repetitive answer. They either need more sales, they need more leads, more sales calls, more exposure, whatever it is, you can write it down, and then you already know that that is a $1 million problem. Because on paper, you obviously know that every avatar, every person wants more clients, right? But that is not the $1 million problem. That is always the overarching problem. You want to find a small problem that you really can help them solve. Fitness coaches wanted more clients, but their $1 million problem is the lack of sales calls. Real estate agents want more clients, but their $1 million problem is the lack of listing conversations. Same with dentists, they want more dental implants. Clients is too broad of a term to the point where they don't really resonate with it anymore. So that is the answer of how to actually find the $1 million problem. Join a bunch of Facebook groups, ask open-ended questions, start building relationships, and within the day 2 or day 3, you can actually gather enough info so you can then go away and figure out what the $1 million problem actually is. Now on to question number 4. How do you find a solution to this $1 million problem? 99% of the time, the solution to this $1 million problem is running Facebook or Instagram ads. Yes, sometimes email works good. Sometimes TikTok works good. Sometimes if you're going after barbershops, let's say in Michigan, maybe even flyers work good. I don't really know about that. That's not my specialty. If you're going after such a small specific niche, you can then find 3 to 5 competitors within that industry living in your city, and you can see what marketing tactics they are using. Overall, you don't really want to reinvent the wheel. You just want to copy what actually works. So if you're going after online fitness coaches, you can find the 3 to 5 biggest, best online fitness coaches out there by just searching on Google, best online fitness coaches, and it will give you 5 of them. Then you can go to their Facebook, go to their ads library and see what ads they're running, and you know that if the 5 best fitness coaches are all running a very similar ad, you know that that is the best way, that is the solution to their $1 million problem. So you can just pretty much replicate that simple ads. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to make these crazy marketing schemes, marketing tactics. Just do what already works. I already know what works for online fitness coaches, and I tell my academy students to run the exact same ad that I've been running for my clients for the last 3 years, because a lot of the students in the academy are actually going after online fitness coaches themselves. But in terms of finding a solution, or in terms of actually finding a solution to this $1 million problem, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. Just do what already works. So let's move on to question number 5, probably the biggest one. How do you actually land your first client? With a reinvented agency, it's not similar to SMA in this sense, because you don't need to be searching for new clients every single month. You land one client, and your whole goal is to over deliver for this one client, so he can give you testimonials, he can give you referrals, and he himself can sign on for a monthly retainer. With SMA, I would sign a client, I would outsource the work to a guy in India, so we would not get this guy results, and then he would ask for a refund, he would fucking swear at me, and I would never hear from him again. The reason I was able to scale to 20K a month in such a short period of time is because I prioritize the results of my clients, and one fitness coach always knows 10 other fitness coaches. Those 10 know another 10, so that's 100, and it's literally a snowball effect as long as you provide goodwill, as long as you provide value, and as long as you actually get your clients results. But the question is, how do you land your first client in the first place? Obviously, I don't want to give away all the sauce in this video right here, but overall, what works really good is running a case study ads yourself. So reaching out to fitness coaches and saying, hey, I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm going to work with you completely for free for 7 days and get you this result. And after the 7 days, if you're happy with my service, all I ask for in return is a testimonial of my service, or better yet, a referral. That is pretty much how I was able to land my first 3 clients. I had no portfolio, I had no previous experience, yet these guys still trusted me because I wasn't asking for anything in return. They had no reason not to trust me because they had nothing to lose. For 7 days, I was just running their ads and making them better because they were already spending money on ads. They weren't going to pay me, so they had absolutely nothing to lose, so they were down to do it. Once I got these 3 coaches results, not only did they all sign on at like $1,000, $2,000 a month, but they also told their friends. Then I got those friends results, and it was just scaling and scaling from there, which is why I was able to make $44,000 last month, and we're going to scale hopefully to $100,000 a month by the end of the year. So in terms of landing your first client with the no-brainer offer that you're going to have, because you're going to be working for free for 7 days, it is not that hard to land your first client. The way I do it is I'd recommend making an Instagram account, optimizing it, and then starting to reach out to fitness coaches. Obviously, I can't give away all my secrets here. That's specifically for the academy students, but I have some other YouTube videos on my channel that will help you out with that as well. Now on to the last question of how do you actually scale this business to 10K a month. It goes back to what I was saying with the snowball effect. Once you land this first client, every single fitness coach or every single plumber, every single home renovation business owner knows other people within his industry that he can refer you to. The hard part is actually getting results for these clients, and you always want to prioritize your clients' results. So once you actually land, let's say 2 or 3 clients, you want to stop reaching out to new leads. You want to start focusing on these 3 guys themselves, because they are the key to the vault. That's what a lot of people neglect, and that's why people struggle to make money with SMA, because they just focus on making new money, making quick cash, and that's it. They don't want to sacrifice the money for 2-3 months so they can actually make a shit ton of money a year or 2 down the line. And that's exactly what I did for the first month and a half. I made no money because I was working with guys for free. The first guy I brought on, I wasn't able to get him any results, but I learned. So then when I got those 3 fitness coaches, I over-delivered for every single one of them. Not only did they sign on, they gave me referrals, that then gave me referrals, and it was a fucking snowball effect. I kept growing and growing and growing, and within 90 days of launching, I hit my first $20,000 a month. And this business model is literally, it's not limited in any aspect. You can charge as much as you want, you can have as many clients as you want, and as you can take on, and you can charge as much as you want, because I know agencies charging upwards of $20,000 a month. So there's no limit, there's no ceiling to how far you can scale this. So hopefully this video was useful for you guys. If you have any questions, or if you want my specific video on how I actually make 20K a month, go ahead and click the link right below this video, and it will take you to another training showing you how I actually scaled my reinvented agency to $20,000 in less than 90 days. If you have any questions, make sure to DM me on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on there first, and drop a comment down below if you have any questions, because I'll be replying to every single one of them myself.